Landscapes and rich heritage of Meghalaya. This is an exciting day. Today's Seaplane launch represents a significant step forward, not only for aviation, but also for enhancing connectivity and unlocking new possibilities across this remarkable region. At de Havilland, we have a long history of pioneering aviation solutions that connect people in even the most remote and hard to reach locations. India, with its vast geography and unique landscapes, holds incredible potential for seaplane operations. And Umiam Lake is the ideal starting point. By establishing seaplane operations here, we are opening the door to efficient, scenic, and sustainable travel that represents the natural environment and respects it. Imagine the ability to travel from Umiam Lake to other destinations across India in a fraction of the time it currently takes. This is the future we envision. With the Twin Otter Seaplane, we can transform the way residents, tourists, and businesses connect. This service can create new opportunities for tourism and help bring economic benefits to your local businesses and enrich the cultural exchange between Meghalaya and the rest of India. The Twin Otter Seaplane is specifically designed for rugged environments like this one, with proven reliability and capability in diverse weather conditions. This aircraft is not only well suited to handle Meghalaya's monsoon conditions, but is also versatile enough to land on both land and water. It's truly the perfect aircraft for opening up access to locations that have traditionally been difficult to reach. We are incredibly grateful for the tremendous support from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, the DGCA, FICCI, SpiceJet, the Government of Meghalaya, local authorities, and all partners who have made today possible. Your enthusiasm for innovation, for progress, and sustainable development has been instrumental, and it's truly inspiring to be working alongside you on this journey. Today is only the beginning. We at de Havilland are committed to seeing this project grow and to bringing the advantages of seaplane operations and connectivity to more of India's remote locations. Together, we are creating a brighter future for connectivity and helping communities thrive. Thank you all for being part of this milestone moment. We look forward to the incredible journeys and connections that will come from this new services. Let's take flight together and explore all the possibilities that seaplanes can bring to Meghalaya and to beautiful India. Thank you again.
Due to various reasons, it could not continue operations. One of the reasons was also the fact that there were a lot of regulatory issues. It is not easy to start operations of a new type of aircraft in any country, and India is no less, and that is what we were experiencing as of till now. Going forward, under the able leadership of our young and dynamic Union Minister, and I think the young friends here will appreciate that we have the youngest cabinet minister in the Union Cabinet today, who is our minister, in a dynamic sector like aviation. And under his initiative, in June this year, the DGCA revised the Seaplane regulations of 2008, which were now made very simple. I'll explain it in the next slide. And drawing from that, under the UDAN scheme, operations which we had learned from our experience with helicopters was now embedded into the seaplane platform, and then we have come up with a comprehensive guidelines for seaplane operations under UDAN, and that was as recent as August this year. Now these simple regulations, this is just a snapshot, and just to so that we understand in a nutshell what has been simplified. So the certification requirements, which are quite cumbersome in the aviation sector, have now been simplified to a large extent. Training requirements have been simplified. Even pilot requirements, because pilots are the most critical, I would say, the human factor in any aircraft operation. And the requirements are also sometimes very difficult to attain, especially in a new sector like for India, like seaplane operations. So that also, the training, pilot requirements have been simplified to a large extent. And the most important thing is that for the where will this plane land, and for that earlier we had this provision for having licensed water drones, which were not easy to develop and make. We will get there, but it may take some time. So in the process to take the operations forward, we have now come up with simplified requirements, which will, and I think one of the examples is with us today, that today the fact that we have landed in beautiful Umiam Lake is also one step forward in which we are making these requirements simple. So these are this is what has been simplified, and hopefully this will take forward the seaplane operations under the UDAN scheme, and we'll be able to fly seaplanes across the country. And under the guidelines, just briefly, because we also have a lot of representatives from other state governments who may be interested. So just briefly, what are the requirements of the state government? Because in most cases, the state government will be operating these water drones. So they will have to give the permission, the site will have to be selected by them, they will have to nominate somebody as a manager for that water aerodrome. They'll have to provide the emergency response and rescue, fire services, refueling arrangements for the aircraft, security arrangements, as well as the passenger facilitation. So these are some of the things we have identified, the responsibilities of state governments under the UDAN guidelines. And for the operator, the entity who will operate the aircraft, they have to make sure that the aircraft is airworthy and it's a suitable plane. They need to have qualified and a current crew. They should get all the necessary clearances. They should maintain the aircraft and also make sure that the aircraft is moored or picketed properly, because especially in the water, the environment is not very good for the machine. So they should make sure that the machine is always in the best of conditions. So this is just, as you can see, it's quite simple now, and it's easy for anybody to understand also on how to operate the seaplanes. Rounds where routes were identified in Andaman Nicobar, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, as well as Lakshadweep. We are still in the process of trying to operationalize these. But in the new round, which is likely to be launched shortly, the opportunity will come for many more routes to be identified and operated. And I think this is where the future is. There's a huge opportunity waiting for all the, especially the state governments, to collaborate with the Ministry of Civil Aviation and taking this sector forward. And it will definitely bring a huge change in the way people travel by air in this country. So I think this is the way forward for aviation, for regional connectivity in the country, and hopefully a lot more people will be able to fly in seaplanes in the days to come. So thank you. Jai Hind.
Our children's for their futures. Today is a very, very wonderful day. We are all happy that because of your efforts, sir, your young dynamic leaderships. Long time, me and Chief Minister is our dreams. The state as a whole, that always we would like to, especially to expand our present airport. And today, as an example, which is a new things and a new initiative which is unexpected, sir. Thank you so much. I extend my heartfelt gratitude again to our esteemed ministers Sir, your presence here underscored the importance of these events and our commitments to enhancing air connectivity in our beautiful states of Meghalaya. And also, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the teams who are on board to make these things happen. Sir, your team guidance and collaborations have been instrumental in paving the way for initiatives that will significantly benefit not only our state, Meghalaya, but also the northeastern region as a whole. Aviation play a crucial role in realizing the dream of northeast regions. As we gather here, I am reminded of our Chief Minister's vision to transform Meghalaya into a $10 billion economy. And this vision is not merely aspirational, it is a roadmap for unlocking the true potentials of our beautiful states of Meghalaya. The government of Meghalaya recognizes tourism as one of its strongest industries and its vital engine for development. And we understand that enhancing our connectivity is a key component in unlocking the true potentials of our tourism sector, positioning Meghalaya as one of the country's preeminent sustainable tourism destinations. The Shillong Airport serves as our primary air links, facilitating tourism and business travel as a whole. And also the government of Meghalaya is committed to its visions and actively working on several initiatives to improve our air connectivity. Firstly, sir, Umroi Airport currently caters to a smaller flight like ATR 72, and however, we have been able to improve the connectivity to other states in northeastern regions like Kolkata and Delhi. Shillong Airport has witnessed a dramatic footfall growth of 68% in the past 5 years. However, the state is determined to improve connectivity to major metro cities such as Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, etc. And the effort is underway for this. And also I take pride in stating that we have successfully transitioned Umrah Airport to operate 7 days a week and are actively exploring 2-shift operation to enable same-day travel to the other cities. This initiative will not only attract tourists by making traveling to Meghalaya attractive and convenient, but also will benefit the people of the state with cost and time savings in travel factors. In collaboration with the Airport Authority of India, has proposed extending the runway to 2,400 meters to accommodate the mid-sized aircraft such as the Airbus A320, and we kindly request the support of Honorable Union Ministers in securing the necessary clearances and approval from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Thirdly, sir, our efforts are extended to Belgic Airport near Tura, where we aim to operationalize 19-seater aircraft under the RCS Udan scheme, and we request the Ministry's guidance and support and participation of the airline operator in this venture. Recognizing the potential for helicopters operations in Meghalaya for tourism and emergency services, we are moving forward with plans for helipads in Tura and Shillong, and detailed project reports are underway for this purpose. There are more helipads being planned in the state connecting major tourism attractions. And these initiatives are not just about improving air travels, they represent our commitment to transforming Meghalaya into a tourism and economic hub. With your continued support and collaborations, we can turn these visions into a reality. To make this a reality, it is crucial that we engage the private sector in our efforts for improving air connectivity. And I would like to take this opportunity to commend the team from the Havilland and SpiceJet for partnering with Ministry of Civil Aviation to conduct this Seaplane demonstration today as we are here. And we warmly welcome you all and the industries to explore further collaboration with the government of Meghalaya as we strive to enhance our transportation infrastructures.
I woke up and I saw the breathtaking landscape. I am totally in awe with the beauty of this state and especially Meghalaya. I now realize why it is called the Meghalaya, the abode of the clouds, looking at the beautiful landscape that is in front of me. So I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya who has made this a possibility here to have the seaplane demonstration here in the beautiful Umiam Lake. And not only a technological milestone for us, but a tribute to the vision of connecting India in a new and innovative way. I am reminded of the Prime Minister's first journey in the seaplane in the year 2020, when he has made an inspiring journey from the majestic Statue of Unity in Kevadia to the Ahmedabad. That wasn't just a symbolic flight, it was a powerful message across the country that we stand for unity along with accessibility, demonstrating the potential of seaplanes to bridge hard-to-reach destinations and elevate regional tourism. The Prime Minister's journey from Statue of Unity sparked enthusiasm amongst industry leaders and also the state governments. And it underscored the importance of bold initiatives to make aviation more accessible, efficient, and more people-centric. And it is an endeavor that brings the spirit of Udan scheme to greater heights. And today, as we take the seaplane operations from here in Meghalaya, we witness the unity of purpose between the center and Meghalaya under the leadership of my dear friend Conrad Sangmaji. Just as the Statue of Unity stands as a symbol of national pride, the collaboration between the central government and Meghalaya is a testament of how unity and cooperation can transform the country and the state. Together we are creating a pathway for pioneering seaplane industry that will unlock economic potential, boost tourism, and connect communities across India like never before. And I am confident that this stage that we have set today is going to thrive the seaplane network across the Northeast and across the nation together. Despite the initial challenges, like our Joint Secretary has mentioned, there were some initial challenges like since the initial launch of seaplanes. But with the particular change in the guidelines that we have done today and taking a very flexible and pragmatic approach to ensure the continued growth of seaplanes, we believe that we are going to see something spectacular happening in the coming years. Drawing inspiration from the success of NSOP operations for helicopters and small aircrafts under the RCS Udan scheme, we at the Civil Aviation Ministry launched comprehensive seaplane guidelines on the 22nd August of this year. And these guidelines prioritize the safety and security of operations and define the responsibilities of all the stakeholders that are involved, ensuring a seamless and efficient seaplane operations across the nation. I would say that the adoption of non-scheduled operator permit framework for seaplanes is a significant step forward in the government's commitment for enhancing regional connectivity in the country. And the extension of the viability gap funding under the RCS to seaplane operations would provide the initial support which is very much required for the seaplane operations. The regulatory framework for seaplane operations, which was established in 2008, was long due for a review, which has now been completed with the guidelines based on industry demands, promoting the ease of doing business. 6 water aerodromes being developed under RCS Udan with 36 new seaplane routes have also been awarded. And I have to tell that today we are doing another round of Udan, especially for the seaplane network, which is going to open up new impossible locations that have to be connected to the air connectivity. Also been launched, which was specifically focusing on seaplanes before. Now we are doing the Udan 5.5 also for seaplanes. And there will be no need for waterdrome license for the water aerodromes, which was initially a great challenge for us to build these water aerodromes. And the commercial pilot license holders can now directly obtain seaplane ratings that will allow them to fly seaplanes altogether. And I believe it goes without saying that these guidelines, along with seamless integrating seaplane operations into aviation's landscape, would also lead to creation of jobs in supporting the regional economy. I want to make seaplanes a symbol of country's economic growth, innovation, and commitment to inclusive development. And for that, we all need to collaborate together, and other states need to come forward, just like Meghalaya, to align with the commitment of establishing multimodal connectivity in the country. And if you look at the advantage that the seaplane brings today, and you compare it with the traditional airports that we have, when you want to build an airport in the country, it needs up to the tune of 1,000 acres or more to have a proper airport. And there are many locations in the country where people aspire to be connected through the aviation, but there is a challenge of building the airport. Now, wherever these challenges are there, now we can still bring the air connectivity to that region if there is a good water body. And it can be a dam, it can be a reservoir, it can be a river, it can be the coast, it can be any kind of water body that is 200 meters long, and then we can land the seaplane there and provide them the seaplane connectivity. And India's coastline, which is 7,517 kilometers long, offers a wide opportunity for running the seaplane network along with the lakes of the country. And the seaplanes offer a unique solution in providing last mile connectivity, particularly in regions where traditional infrastructure is limited due to the terrain challenges that we face. And seaplanes can offer direct routes, reducing dependency on long road travel and bringing remote populations closer to urban amenities, healthcare, and also educational facilities. Unlike airports, seaplanes require very minimal infrastructure, just a water runway and a docking area, and this is far more affordable and easier to implement, making seaplanes a more economically viable option for expanding air connectivity across the region. And seaplanes typically fly at a lower altitudes, which reduce congestion also in the commercial airspace, and that also is with lower operation costs. And seaplanes can provide access to flood affected areas, coastal or isolated areas, making them invaluable for emergency relief operations. And in times of natural disasters, they can deliver aid and also evacuate people from areas where road or rail transport can be a challenge. For communities far from coastal hubs, seaplanes offer a unique opportunity to bridge the gap of connectivity. They can be used to transport cargo, mail, and other essential logistical networks. And for communities, this is going to be a great opportunity for them to connect to the rest of the country. And if I talk about Meghalaya, the seaplane routes have the power to revitalize the tourism in the state. And I like to quote my leader and Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Nara Chandrababu Naidu, who famously says that we have all seen socialism, communism, humanism, and many other isms throughout our history. But the only ism that is going to survive and take the future is going to be tourism. So we all need to enhance the tourism in the country. And we all need to continue to support the tourism. And one of the biggest things that we can add to our tourism in the country is the seaplane network. And you would have seen today, we as a Minister for Airports, who takes care of the airports also, we are trying to bring nature to the airport. We are trying to connect them, mimic the airport buildings so that people can stay more connected to the nature. But today you have seen that this is nature itself that you're landing when you're landing in the seaplane. So this is the best kind of airport that you can have, with least cost but with the maximum satisfaction of being in the nature. And the beauty that you find when you're landing in the seaplane, because they are flying at a very low altitude, the kind of view that you can have from the seaplane itself, it's a totally memorable experience for all the travelers who choose seaplanes. So I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation for De Havilland also for making this possible and bringing the plane all the way from Canada and giving this seaplane demonstration for all of us. The demo route is covering many states and many cities across the country. In fact, we started it in Andhra Pradesh, then it went to the hills of Munnar, and now today in Meghalaya, and it's going to go to Andaman and many other places in the country. And it is giving a lot of excitement, not just for the industry or the state governments or the governments altogether, but also the people of that place, people of that region also. And now also you're seeing, since the morning, children, the tourists, the local people, they've all come and taken such pictures with the seaplane. That gives the enthusiasm that the seaplane is bringing to that area. And this is going to open up new horizons for all of us and give us inspiration for opening up new possibilities. Minister, to provide us with the intel of offering us more sites like this, is talking about his own homeland, which is the Tura area, which can also be connected through the seaplane network, and many other areas where there could be similar water bodies or lakes or river points which can be connected to the seaplane network. So with active consultation with the state governments and the industry partners, we can come up with these viable routes which can open up the new possibilities in running the Seaplane network. And we can take it a step further because we are having it included in the UDAN network also. So the viability gap funding and the little support that is required from the government can also be provided as we are utilizing the RCS UDAN scheme also for the seaplanes. And in India, seaplane development is still in its nascent stages, with most seaplanes being imported from foreign manufacturers. However, Indian companies and government agencies have the required competence in seaplane manufacturing and development, and as a minister I would like to push forward our Indian industry also into more competent manufacturing of these seaplanes in the future. And leading manufacturer of aircraft in India, just like the HAL, has the capability to develop and manufacture seaplanes in the country. And Mahindra Aerospace, involved in the production of general aviation aircraft, with their experience in aircraft design and production, they can potentially collaborate with foreign seaplane manufacturers for having these seaplane manufacturing in the country itself. And as we embark in this journey, it is instructive to look at countries that have successfully integrated seaplanes in their transport ecosystems. And one such example that we can take here is the example of Maldives. Maldives, it could be as big as, probably if you combine all the islands, maybe some medium-sized state of our country. And if you look at the number of seaplanes operating there are more than 110 seaplanes. Just one country operating totally on one sector, which is tourism sector, they are operating up to 110. And how many such lakes are there in India like this, where you can have the opportunity of running seaplanes? And in fact, if you start in Delhi, it takes you probably 3 hours to reach Guwahati on the plane. And from Guwahati, if you have a seaplane connectivity to the Umayam Lake, then it will probably take you 15 to 20 minutes. So in 3.5 hours, from the capital city of Delhi, you are in the rich beauty landscape of Meghalaya in the Umayam Lake. And if you start in Delhi by road, imagine how far you would get. You would not get more far than 50 or 100 kilometers with the traffic in the city. So you have, look at the potential that the seaplane operations and the air connectivity is offering to the people of this country. Now Meghalaya is such a place that people not in the northeast or in the country should come and visit this place. With the kind of setting that Meghalaya has, I believe that people from across the world have to come and visit this place. That is the potential that this place has. And how do you make it possible? By improving the connectivity, by creating the confidence that the connectivity is so strong in the place. And that is what we believe that the seaplane network is going to bring to the tourism industry, to the logistics industry, to the air connectivity of this great nation. And if you look at, just like Maldives in Canada also, there is a strong seaplane network. There are more than 5 lakh passengers just traveling on the seaplanes itself every year. So if you compare your country with countries like Maldives and Canada, you will imagine the potential that the country has today. And we need to move in that direction. We need to give boost to the seaplane operations. Governments have to come together. Industry has to come together. We have to collaboratively work that so that in the future we have successful operations of seaplanes in this country.
Goes back quite a bit from our late fathers to even us being in the parliament together. And I still cherish the moments we used to be in Central Hall having the 10 rupees wala chai there. And we shared a lot of ideas then as members of parliament. And today it's very a kind of a great moment to see that he is there as the civil aviation minister. And we never thought, actually, when we were sitting in parliament that time, that we would be in these positions one day. And I'm very happy to see that that while we are here, that we are ensuring that we are completing our responsibility and working towards ensuring that we take our state and our country forward. Friends, connectivity is something that we are all aware is very, very crucial for the growth of the nation, very crucial for the overall growth of the tourism sector. I remember way back in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, when I was a struggling entrepreneur, and I used to travel throughout the Northeast trying to build up the business that I was trying to do at that point in time, maybe more than 100 times. And I remember it used to take about 20 hours to get to Imphal from Shillong. And it was quite a difficult journey. And when that happened, you know, those kind of experiences were difficult to forget. It's quite a difficult journey, I should say. And in 2018, when I took over as Chief Minister, one of the very important points, turning point I should say, for the civil aviation sector was the Udan scheme that had come up. We had some hurdles out here in the Umroi airport, and I'm very happy to mention to all of you that through a lot of great difficulty during that time, we managed to make the Umroi airport functional, and with the support of the Government of India and in fact the visionary leadership that the Honorable Prime Minister has given to ensure that the connectivity between the regional headquarters, the smaller states and smaller airports could pick up. The Udan scheme came, and it was a major game changer. And today, you can go to Imphal, you can go to Agartala, you can go to Dimapur, Aizawl, and it's, within an hour you are there in those locations. So therefore, that it has on the trade that takes place between the states, the regional trade that has improved, the tourism overall that has improved, the overall connectivity among the people that has improved, entire landscape and overall, the economy of the region has got a major boost because of this connectivity that is brought up. And I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to really take this forward in a much more aggressive manner with, these seaplanes also being a part. I was told that you just require 200 meters of water body landing space and about 5 meters of depth for a seaplane to land. And these are some things, if you look at it in the Northeast, it is actually possible to even create these water bodies, which will be much more cheaper than actually building up a new airport. So you just put up a dam, which may cost just about 10-15 lakhs literally, if the location is quite good. And you have a landing strip. So it's really something that can be really worked on, and you can actually, because of the large amount of rain we receive in Northeast, we can actually create water bodies in different locations to facilitate the landing of such planes. So it's really something that's going to really open up the sector, and I'm sure that we will see many locations that will come up in the future. In fact, even in Tura, my constituency, we are working towards building up a large reservoir because of the water issues and the crisis that we expect will happen, maybe 20 years, 30 years from now. So if we create the reservoirs and keep them ready, then we are taking care of the requirements for the next 35, 40, 50 years. And that water body will easily be able to accommodate this particular plane in the future. Only a facilitator for the larger picture of what we are doing with the economy. So these seaplanes are going to be just seaplanes if we are not able to connect them or make them part of the ecosystem that we need to create. And therefore the tourism sector will play a very important role in the success of the seaplanes that come in. How do we integrate the experience of a seaplane on a Umyam Lake with the stay that the tourists will have in the resorts out here? So just to share with you, this place that you are seeing right now, we are going for a massive changeover of this place. We have opened up bids to put up a 7-star resort out here, and we are getting bids coming in, as we speak. I think it's just in the pipeline. So I'm hopeful that in the next 2 to 3 years, we will be having maybe one of the best resorts in the entire Northeast region right here in this spot that we are standing on right now. And And how do we connect with the plane experience and the resorts and the entire tourism sector will determine whether these kind of technology in the seaplanes will be a success or not. So hence the tourism stakeholders must connect and must be able to work together with the aviation team so that we can actually make it sustainable. Government will have to play the initial role to support so that their sustainability is there, the practical side is there, and be able to move forward. But at the end of the day, it must be sustainable through tourism and other sectors working together. So I'm very hopeful that that will happen. From the tourism point of view, we are very happy today that Shillong is one of the most sought after destinations. That's exactly what the word is. There's a Sky Scanners travel trend report that came out that that Shillong had even surpassed Azerbaijan's Baku as the most sought after destination for Indian travelers in 2025. So that's the kind of the attention or the opportunity that Shillong and Meghalaya has from the tourism perspective. We have had a lot of critics, that have been very critical of the different programs and policies that we have been trying to push as a government, the different festivals that we've been having. Yes, they had their concerns saying that government is spending a lot on festivals, but this is the result of that. So today the investments we have made in different tourism sector programs has resulted in what we are seeing, making Shillong one of the most desirable destinations. So these things take time. It's not that we do things today and we see the results tomorrow. When you plant a seed, it takes time for the fruits to come out, for the tree to grow. But today, after few years of a lot of investment, a lot of structuring, tourism is not just one sector. It's a full ecosystem that you need to develop, from connectivity to basic things like infrastructure of hotel stays, to the manpower that's required, to the beautification of locations that are there, so on and so forth. And hence, it was a very long journey, but we are finally seeing that the investments today we are making in tourism, whether it's in different festivals that people were criticizing earlier, we are seeing that the results are finally showing. And Shillong has become, as I said, one of the most sought after destinations for Indian travelers in 2025. And what is more important is, as we know, the tourism sector, the returns are very high. So whatever investment you make, the money comes into the economy. That's very important to remember. And therefore, whether it's the hotels, the homestays, we have over 700 homestays that have come up in the last 3 years, and we're going to target another 2,000 homestays. And hence the tourists coming in are spending money which is going straight to the people and the public and the citizens of our state. The different eating joints, the different taxis, the different kind of other infrastructures, all of these benefit, and people get the benefit of this because of development of tourism. And that is why this entire process of having the seaplane today coming in is going to be a new experience, is going to be a game changer, I should say. And I'm very excited, in fact, to see this particular aircraft, because as I said, this is like an amphibian aircraft which can land even on land or ice and water. And I think that is very unique, and it's something that is quite suited, I should say, for the Northeast region. And therefore,